Hello, hello, hello. You're listening to Riding the Wave. This is the Urban Surfer Glenn T, and welcome back to my show. Thank you for all of those who have been supporting Riding the Wave, all of the comments, the likes, the suggestions, the questions. I have an episode coming for you guys soon where I'm just going to start to address some of these things, so that's coming. Again, this is the Urban Surfer Glenn T. You are Riding the Wave. If you wanted to reach out to me, you can reach me at my Facebook, rtw.podcast. Twitter is Glenn_town, and my Gmail is ridingthewave.podcast@gmail.com. You can see me on Stitcher, iTunes, Podbean, SoundCloud, YouTube, Spreaker, and Spotify. More venues to come. Website coming soon. Hopefully 2019 has been great for you guys so far. So far, so good. We are in the very beginning of the year. How is everybody feeling out there? Perfect time just to take everything into account. This is the beginning of the year, so this is when we start to balance our checkbooks all over again. This is when we start to worry about the cash that's coming in and the cash that's going to start to flow out. So that leads me to this topic today. How much do I owe you? I know you may be a bit confused, but that's the question for today. How much do I owe you? Can your deeds place you into debt? So I want to hear people's comments, questions, suggestions. I want to know what you feel. Can your deeds place you into debt? I know we've done topics about being selfish and being selfless and sharing and giving back, things like that. But I want to get more into this topic today because a lot of times people do things for other people because they feel that they're indebted to them. How many of you guys feel that way? Somebody's done something nice for you, may have been a close relative, may have been a friend of the family, may have been somebody that you just known for a long time, could be a stranger. But they go out of their way for you and help you out in ways that you probably needed the help or was just your support system at the right time. What do you do after that? Can you just finish that connection with a thank you? Or do you feel like you owe them something? How many of you stayed in relationships because of that same situation? Hey, he's done so many things for me. You know, she's always been there for me. And these things will lock you right in. I'm talking about pure misery, and you're stuck in that situation because that one thing somebody did for you 10 years ago. How much do I owe you? I can be a bit old school. For me, honestly speaking, somebody does me a favor, I thank them, I tip my hat, I keep it going. It holds me to account. It lets me know that there's good people in the world and I should be one of them. I don't like the idea that somebody can do something for you. Somebody does something for you and all of a sudden you're indebted to them for the rest of your natural born life. How many people you know like that? Whatever happened to being nice? You know, there's a lot of things out here that people could do on their own and other people make it easier for them. I always thought that was being nice, as opposed to letting someone struggle because you can't get a benefit off of their back. How dare you? What happened to the good old days? Somebody does something for you, and before you can say thank you, they're gone. They're out of your sight. You can't find them. It was a good deed. You thought it was an angel watching you the whole time. You rarely hear that kind of stuff anymore. I'm not that old. But I've heard it when I was young, and I hear it much less now. So it lets me know that either times change pretty expediently, or I'm really getting old. Either way, how much do I owe you? I'm doing you a favor right now by giving you a good word, by giving you a piece of advice. And guess what? I want nothing back. I don't want anything back because I feel like I personally taken enough. And I want to now put my hand on the top. The hand on the top is always better than the hand on the bottom. This is my way of giving back. And again, for those who are just tuning in, this is Riding the Wave. This is the Urban Surfer Glenn T. These perceptions and opinions are my own. I'm not getting them from a book. These are not rehearsed or anything like that. These are my realities. My only mission is to change one mind a day in a positive way. If I can do that, wonderful. If not, I'm going right back to the drawing board and you know where to catch me. Basically, I just want to get you guys' mind open. We're early enough in the year. We've done more than enough favors for people over and over again in our lives. How many relationships are you still holding on to right now because of that favor that you've done or that favor that was done for you 5 years back? How much bad has been placed on top of that as opposed to you just respecting the good deed and going? I want to give a disclaimer right now. If anybody does anything good for me, I don't owe you anything. I'm sorry in advance. I'm not going to do it for you because you did it for me. I'm going to do it for you because I love you. I care about you. I'm a good-hearted person. Those are some of the reasons why I'm going to do it. The last reason why I'm going to do anything for you is because you did something for me. There's not a tit for tat. There's not, I understand where people say each hand shakes the other or each hand washes the other, both wash the face. I believe in that, but these are circumstantial. If you're just living in the world and you're being a good person under a normal circumstance, you shouldn't be looking for the benefit coming from them. All good deeds benefit yourself. We already know there's one creator, the one that disperses the benefits. And we all know who that is. And this is the way I live my life. Again, you can live your life the way you live your life. I live my life the way I live my life. You believe what you believe. I believe what I believe. But this makes the world go round. I'm going to continue doing good deeds. So what should you do if somebody decides to do something good for you? Should you turn it down? Should you take it? Should you explain yourself before anything? Hey, listen, I know you're about to do a good deed for me, but I'm not going to do one back for you because you're doing this. But if you need me, I'll be there. Should these disclaimers come with any actions that you give? I don't know. Sometimes I feel confused. The world is actually moving faster than what I can hold on to nowadays. I'm feeling more old-fashioned every day that I wake up. So I need you guys' help. Again, if you want to reach me, rtw.podcast is my Facebook, Glenn_Town is my Twitter, and ridingthewave.podcast@gmail.com. These are ways you can reach out to me. Give me your opinions. Give me what you think. How much do I owe you? I want you to ask the person that's been doing favors for you all of this time. I want you to ask them something. Ask them, how much do I owe you? I know you always tend to help me out with my bills. Or I know you helped me get through college, or you helped me fix my credit, or you helped me buy my first car. But at what point am I free? Because as far as I realized, indentured servitude was something that was done away with a couple hundred years ago at this point. I don't feel that you have to put in work because somebody's done something for you. How good is your heart? Maybe you need to test yourself. Am I doing this because I have a good heart, or am I doing this so I can set up some benefit for myself moving forward? What matters more to you? Questions, comments, suggestions, let me know. For me, I like doing good things for people. One of the reasons why I'm doing this podcast right now is because I like doing good things for people. I don't want any reciprocation. I want my reciprocation to come from God Almighty, because that's the only one that reciprocates the best. If I do something for you, I don't want you to do the same exact thing for me. And that's why I don't do things for the sake of being reciprocated by a person. Hey, if I tie your shoe, I don't want you to tie my shoe. I might want you to buy me a shoe. But I'm not going to tie your shoe so I can get a brand new shoe either. This is what people fail to realize, because a lot of times you just got to be a good person. Ask yourself, is your heart really that good? Am I going to do this favor for this person? Am I going to loan them this money? Am I going to watch their mother? Am I going to help them with their credit? Am I going to help move them out? All of these different scenarios, am I going to help this person do because I just love them? Because I'm a good person? Or because I feel the payback is big and I'm into that kind of stuff? Hey, man, there's no right or wrong answers. I mean, I'm not the one to judge. Only God can. I just want to know what people think. You know, this day and age, it's easy to think that you're crazy because you can think one way and the rest of society is thinking something completely different. So at what point, let me ask you, at what point have you paid your debt? Because, you know, sometimes people do you big favors. I mean, you even hear it in movies. Hey, man, you know, if you do this favor for me, I'm indebted to you. You owe me a big favor after this. Why is it like that? You know, if you're in a position to give, just give. Just give. Why not? Hey, man, I need a couple of $1,000. You know, there's a problem that I ran into. I don't know who else to turn to. I'm not going to say, here, take these couple of grand, but I need you to mop my floors for the next year. I might as well just get another job. You know, it's supposed to be easy. Help is supposed to be exactly that. Help is not a loan. Because if that's the case, I don't have to be nice to you if I know you're loaning this to me. Hey, I can snatch it from your hand. Why? Because it's mine. I'm about to pay you back plus some. Why do I got to show you gratitude and then pay you back? Which one do you want more? Do you want the gratitude or do you want the reciprocation in kind? I used to have an issue. I was always a little bit selfish. So for me, I've always watched what people did when they give. And this is what gauged how I gave. You'll have some people that'll just give you, they'll open up their food box in front of you, start to eat and say, hey, did you want some of this? And just leave it up to you entirely. No, I'm okay. Oh yeah, I'll just have a little taste. I know I'm going to eat in a little while. Looks good. I just want to try it out. Now imagine that scenario completed itself. A couple of weeks go by. Now you have the box. You're cracking open the box of food, and that friend is sitting there licking their chops, looking at the sky, acting like it's not happening. Now it's on you. Do you feel that you owe them a piece of your meal because they gave it to you? Can you enjoy that entire meal by yourself with no regrets? Or would you share a portion of that meal even if the scenario prior to that hasn't happened? Test your heart. Test your heart. See where you're at. Hey, we have all types of hearts. We have real giving hearts. We have selfish hearts. We have the ones that are right in between. Just see where you fall and be true to it. You don't have to feel indebted to anybody because they actually did a favor for you. Now, for all those people that really want an idea of how you approach this scenario. Okay, so at times you may need some help. And at times you may be able to give some help. So you can be on either side of the coin on any given day. How do you keep yourself balanced? What are some ways to keep your deed book balanced? For me, first and foremost, don't count. Stop taking items of all the good and bad that you do because you're looking for reciprocation automatically. That is a problem way of thinking. If you're doing good things, just do good things. Your reward should be the satisfaction in the action itself, not what's coming after it. A lot of times when a person is here to help, that should be exactly it. The person that needs the help because they cannot pay you back at this time. They cannot offer you something in exchange because they're in a state where they need help. Just kind of remember that. What are some other ways to keep your little deed book balanced? So you don't have to worry about if you're keeping score for the doers or you're keeping score for the takers. You can just simply do good, don't keep score. If you find yourself keeping score, then do more. Do more. Do enough to where you forget. Because honestly, the only one that should be keeping deeds under record is the Almighty. Because at the end of the day, when we all leave here and we all make it to shore, to our final destination, we're certainly going to be handed those book of deeds. We're going to be in remembrance of everything that we've done. So why keep track of it now when it's already being recorded? You're wasting your energy and you're making yourself look petty to other people. When you're the help, you don't need to keep tabs because you're a resource for other people. Keep in mind what you're doing. If you're doing good deeds, why are you doing good deeds? All of our actions are based on our intentions. And I think that will give you clarity as to why you're doing what you're doing. If you're doing something for the reward of the person, then may you get your reward and be done with it. Because there's a far greater reward for doing something for a person under selfless pretexts. You're doing something for a person with no reciprocation in mind. God has your gift. He has your reward. How much better of a character will that make you? Stop keeping count. Stop saying, okay, I did this for you this day. I did this for you that day. This month went by. I was help on that day. Because you know what's going to happen? A person is going to be less likely to come to you for help. And with you always keeping tabs, when it happens to you, they're doing the same thing. Hey, you remember that time I did this for you? You remember that time I did that for you? Let's stop keeping tabs. God keeps tabs of everything. We don't have to worry about it. If you want to worry about the things that you're doing, keep tabs of your bad actions because at least this way you can back them up with something good and kind of negate them altogether. Stop making people feel like they owe you. Just go ahead and do the favor. Do the favor. Let them enjoy your help. They'll have much more respect for you in the long run if you just offer them help and turns your back on any reciprocation. It keeps you in a noble state of mind. I want to thank you again for riding the wave with me. This is the Urban Surfer Glenn T. You guys have been beautiful. Continue tuning in. More topics to come. Reach out to me. I'm always here for my fans, people that follow me. Hey, if you want to talk about something, just shoot me an email or something like that, and we can actually address it together. Just taking you back to shore, the Urban Surfer Glenn T. You've been riding the wave. You guys be smooth, be safe, and have a great rest of your day.